everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Melanated Beauty. This video is part 2 to my first Christmas decorating journey here on YouTube. You'll be seeing how I decorate my Scandinavian minimalistic Christmas tree, as well as how I style my mantle with the DIYs we created in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out, either now or later. I'll leave it in the description box below. So if you want to see a few more DIYs and how I literally trimmed my artificial Christmas tree, keep on watching. So I'll be decorating the mantle first. And as you can see, I've already cleaned up a bit and added this rug down, as well as this chair here in the corner. For starters, I'll be swapping out this boho planter with a more modern one, such as this gray stone concrete planter that I picked up from Target a while back. So I was very strict on being very sustainable this year with Christmas. I'm going to only be using stuff that I already have, such as this flocked garland. And I know Scandinavian isn't really much about the flocked garland and Christmas trees. It's very a natural style, but I am going to still be using my old one. And I think it looks good. So here I am just vacuuming up all of the flock that gets everywhere. If you've ever dealt with this stuff, you know what I'm talking about. I wanted an asymmetrical look this year with the garland by having one side draping to the floor and the other side I'll be filling in with these gold brass candle holders and some white candlesticks. The gold contrasts as well with the black mantle. I also think it balances out the styles with the minimal modern and a little bit of classic vintage. So with this, I am faking it a little bit. I purchased these wooden logs from Harris Teeter. I don't have a real fireplace, but everyone knows that the natural wood tones and textures is so Scandinavian. So I'm also adding this Scandi stool that I got from Five Below with its natural wood tone legs. And for some extra coziness, I'll be adding this throw blanket to this accent chair and a fluffy throw pillow. Now before I finish off this mantle and the focal point of this wall, I do need some stockings, so I decided to DIY a few. I picked up these white stockings from the Target dollar section, and I already had some yarn. And I'm just going to be creating a crisscrossing design with this yarn and some hot glue. It's just a simple and easy modern look for some stockings if you are short on time. This was just my example piece. I already created the ones I'll be using off camera. I also created this design with the yarn, which is my favorite. So before I put up the tree, I just want to show you a quick DIY ornament that you can do from the dollar store. It's these little miniature glass bottles, and I'm labeling them as eggnog, and I'm going to be filling it with some watered down white paint. It's like little mini eggnog bottles that you can hang on your Christmas tree. So I purchased my tree from Target online. It is a 7-foot Douglas fir unlit tree. To me, it was the most similar looking one to the one I really wanted, which was the more Scandinavian Nordic style tree. Those trees are actually more expensive, I'm guessing because they're more realistic looking, even though they are more skimpier than the regular trees. So I found this one and I'm going to do a little hack to it to make it look a little bit more Scandinavian Nordic style, and I'll show you how in just a bit. So to replicate the pointy branch and stem that these trees have, I decided to take a pair of scissors and trim down the top stem very narrow so it can look like an extension to the entire tree. I thought it helped a lot to give it that look. And here I am repurposing a thrifted faux fur sweater for the tree skirt, and I'm just going to wrap it around the base of the tree. So if you don't want to buy a tree skirt, try this hack. You can't even tell that it's a piece of clothing. Now I finally get to add the super cute and affordable DIY ornaments that I created in my previous video. Please go check it out. I'll leave it in the description box below for these very minimal, modern Scandinavian Christmas ornaments. I'm also adding these wooden bead garlands that I DIY'd previously, and I think adding those natural wood tones along with the black and white contrasting colors makes it super Scandi. And I'm just gonna add a few more touches to the space before I show you all the final reveal, such as this matte black pendant light and some eucalyptus garland on my window. And since I did not add any lights to my tree, I am gonna string in these white lights through this garland just for the spirit of Christmas. I really didn't want to do anything too flashy this year by having lights in the mantle, garland, and the tree, so this little touch here is just enough for me. So I know I've been saying this a lot lately, but if you watched the last video, you would have seen these minimal Scandi DIYs that I created. This is a quick recap of what it all looks like, including the sweater stockings that I have hanging on the wall. And once again, I'll be adding these wooden logs to this DIY wood side table. This was also in my previous video when I did the thrifted DIYs, so that will also be linked down below. And here I'm just adding a woodwick candle for the coziness aesthetic. This was such a big transformation, and I feel like I didn't even do much or spend any money. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, as well as commenting down below what you liked and what you didn't like. Please look forward to next week's video. We'll be gift wrapping beautiful Scandinavian gifts for Christmas, especially if you are on a budget and short on time. So keep your notification bells on, and if you haven't, click the notification bell so you won't miss out on that video. Happy holidays, and I'll see you soon. Bye!